Hi everyone, this week we are going to talk about bog ecology. Behind me right now you can see a little bit of the ecosystem of what a bog looks like. We are going to go into it a little bit more and investigate some of the different types of plants that live there and also talk about what a bog is. A bog is a type of wetland. In last week's lesson on lake ecology, we defined ecology as the interactions between the biotic, or living, and abiotic, or non-living, in an environment. Today we will explore a quaking bog, which has a mat of decaying vegetation many feet deep. Below it is water, as in a lake. The mat layer moves when pressure is applied. Our first plant species is going to be the sedge. Sedges are found along the edges of the bog. Our next plant species is sphagnum moss. It forms the floating mat of bogs. It can hold up to 27 times its own weight in water, or 3 to 4 times more than cotton. Labrador tea has leathery leaves with an underside of orange fuzz. It can be made into tea, but be sure to research beforehand, as drinking too much can have side effects. This plant is also an indicator for gold. It will concentrate in stems, and it can be analyzed to determine if it is present in the area. The leatherleaf is named after its appearance. It is very common in the bog that we're visiting today. This species saves energy by not growing all new leaves each spring, and its leathery leaves help to conserve water. Pitcher plants look like a vase or pitcher and are about half full of water. They are carnivorous plants. Insects are attracted to the smell, and as they go down into the pitcher, they get stuck to globs of loose platelets, and the downward hairs inside the hood keep it from crawling out. It will eventually fall into the water of the plant, where things like enzymes will break it down, ultimately creating food for the plant. Inside the pitcher plant, you can see parts of insects that are being broken down. The tamarack is the only coniferous tree in North America that sheds its needles in the fall. Around October, the needles turn a yellowish to golden color and drop. It also has rot-resistant wood. In exploring the bog, a wood frog was found. It has a dark mask and produces large levels of glucose, which is like antifreeze to help it through the winter. It quits breathing and heart stops beating, and it will thaw out when the warm spring weather returns. Bogs are important because they help to filter water, store carbon, and can hold water to reduce flooding, provide habitat for migrating birds, and are home to unique plants that thrive in a wet, acidic environment. This question comes from Stacy. Why are tree species like the tamarack short in bog ecosystems? Does it mean they are young? Thanks, Stacy. That's a good question. In a bog, because of things like acidity, decomposition is slow and the environment does not contain many nutrients. So if a tree is short in size, it can still be old. Thanks for watching this week's episode on bog ecology. Next week, we are going to talk about food chains and food webs. Feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube and check below for ideas and activities that relate to bog ecology. Take care.